Hey, Father John Muir here at Catholic Breakfast. Thanks for joining me. Want to tell you an inspiring story about a married couple. Everyone, it's a pep talk for married couples. Been a while since I've done a pep talk. Pep talk from Catholic Breakfast for married couples with a little inspiring story. Now, the reason I love to meditate on the goodness of marriage is because that's actually a really Catholic and Christian thing to do. What do I mean? Well, look no further than Ephesians chapter 5, when St. Paul says a man shall leave his father and mother, be joined to his wife, two shall become one flesh. Then he says, this is a great mystery. Some translations say it's a great sacrament. You know, a mystery and a sacrament, two ways of saying the same thing, this manifestation of something holy, something from God, a grace. So in Catholic tradition, we call marriage a sacrament, which means it's an outward sign of an inward reality. The outward sign is the couple. The inward mystery, the inward grace, is Christ's love for his church. How often do we do that, though? Do we take that seriously? A few weeks ago, I got a phone call from a woman. She called me at the office, and she said, Father, I would like you to come over to my house and help me prepare for my death. I'd like to work on my funeral. Now, that kind of phone call doesn't happen too often. So I went over there. Wonderful woman. She was relatively healthy, so I was kind of surprised. She's probably looked like a very healthy, robust, maybe 80 years old or so, 75, 80. But she said, look, I know I'm not going to live forever. I want to prepare my funeral and kind of get ready. And I said, good for you. If only we all had that kind of spiritual wisdom and foresight. Great, wonderful. I asked her about her life, and she told me she was married to a wonderful man named Jim. I think he had been a principal during his life. He was a high school principal right here in Phoenix. She said that she had a great marriage with Jim, and she went on and on. He had been dead for 7 years. I think they had been married over 50 years together, 53 years if I'm not mistaken. And it was clearly an amazing marriage, just deep, rich friendship they had with each other. I could tell they were both strong personalities, but just this beautiful, unique love for each other. And I said to her, what did you guys do to make such a strong marriage? Oh, in fact, after my meeting with her, I was going to do a wedding for a young couple. And I thought, what did you do? I can pass it on. And here's what she told me. The last few years of his life, especially, I think when he got sick, I think he had cancer when he was dying. She goes, we started to do a practice that we had done when we were younger, and we brought it back. We would sit down, hold hands, and tell each other what we loved about each other. Think that's easy to do? No, that's serious spiritual stuff. So Jim taking the hand of his beloved bride, maybe tired, maybe frustrated with something, maybe tempted to take his wife for granted, having to meditate on what is it that I love about you? What are the good and positive attributes about you? And then for her to hear that and then respond, right? That is seriously powerful spiritual discipline. I would challenge you as married couples out there, give that a shot. Give that a shot. What's the temptation? First, I'm not going to hold your hand, and I'm going to give you a list of all the things that are maybe troublesome or difficult or hard about you. But guys, marriage is a sacrament. That means that we can meditate on this as a meditation on Christ's love for his church. Christ takes his church by the hand and speaks words of beauty and love and graciousness to us. He knows that we're broken. He knows that we're filled with weaknesses and sins, and yet it's as if he speaks over us our whole lives, telling us how much he loves us, the good things and beautiful things he sees in us. Remember St. Paul says in another place, whatever is good or true or beautiful, holy, worthy of respect, meditate on these things. So this is not living in fantasy land. This is focusing on what's beautiful, and that really builds up the marriage. And when you do that, other people start to meditate on the goodness of the marriage. He had been dead for 7 years, and here I am meditating on the beauty of their marriage and therefore on the beauty of Christ's love for his church. And then I shared that with the couple at the wedding that I did. Married couples, thank you for your faithfulness. Thank you for your marriage. And I challenge you to try sitting down, holding hands, and tell each other what you love about each other. Thanks for watching. God bless you.